2025 to 2026 budget presentation set for Monday, 23rd June. Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela recommit to better dialogue. New UDECOTT board appointed, and the opposition leader calls on the Prime Minister to reconsider student expulsion. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 9th June 2025. To a top story this evening. The Tobago House of Assembly will present its 2025 to 2026 budget on Monday, June 23rd. The announcement was made by Secretary of Finance, Trade and the Economy, Petal Roberts, during her appearance on Good Morning Tobago. Roberts expressed a vision for Tobago's economic future and is publicly advocating for Tobago's minimum allocation to be set at 5.1% of the national budget. Aliyah Balgobin has the details.
Secretary of Finance, Trade and Economy, Petal Roberts, stated during her meeting with the Finance Minister, Devendra Tanku, that she proposed a minimum allocation of 5.1% of the national budget.
The conversation with the Minister also included the budget for 2026. We intend to ask a minimum, as I said, of 5.1%, which represents Tobago's population share of the national population. So I told the Minister, those are my expectations for Tobago. Give every Tobagonian their dollar.
Roberts also proposed that Tobago assume control of the IFMIS project, which has been in existence for over a decade, without delivering any meaningful impact.
The conversation also included the IFMIS project. There is a project since maybe about 2003, 2005. Where the government did this integrated financial management information system is really to digitize and modernize the entire accounting and budgetary process. The former administration actually spent about $64 million US. They took a loan from the IDB to do this project, and we have not gone anywhere. So I've asked the minister, and I've asked the same thing of the former Minister of Finance, to let Tobago lead this project.
Roberts explained why Tobago constantly receives its funds late, often well after the national budget has been presented.
It's based on both the oil revenues and other revenues collected by the government, and actually we actually run deficits, budget deficits. That's how we run the country. It's the expenditure exceeds the revenues that the government over the years, what the government intends to collect. So I think that is one of the things.
The THA will present its budget estimates on Monday, June 23rd, 2025 at the Assembly Legislature at 10 a.m. Aliyah Balgobin, Tobago Updates Television News.
Now to this. Amid ongoing diplomatic tension between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela, Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers met with Venezuelan Ambassador Alvaro Sanchez Cordero at the ministry's headquarters earlier today. Reporter Jewel Green George tells us more.
According to an official release, the two officials reaffirmed the importance of the long-standing cultural and historical relationship between the neighboring nations. The meeting addressed recent concerns, including allegations by Venezuela that a group, including a Trinidadian national, attempted to enter its territory unlawfully. Minister Sobers restated Trinidad and Tobago's request for official details from Caracas, following sharp exchanges last week between Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar and the Venezuelan government. The ministry confirmed that both parties agreed to keep diplomatic channels open and work toward fair and transparent information sharing. This meeting follows Venezuela's claim of attempted infiltration, which prompted a stern warning from Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar.
Today I want to make it very clear to the Venezuelan government and officials that they can do whatever they want on Venezuelan territory, but they cannot come here. TNT territory is off limits to them.
Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The Ministry of Works and Infrastructure has appointed a new board of directors for the Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, UDECOTT, with instruments of appointment presented during a formal ceremony today. The newly appointed board is chaired by Mr. Shankar Biadasi, with Mr. Peter Kanhai serving as deputy chairman. Other members include Dr. Roberto Osborne, Hema Sundar Singh, Omkarnath Supasad Maharaj and Indira Bansi. In her address, Minister of Works and Infrastructure, the Honorable Jolene John, called on the board to uphold UDECOTT's guiding principle of being signed, sealed and delivered. She emphasized the agency's key role in shaping the country's infrastructure and economic diversification. The chairman of the board outlined 3 pillars to guide the board's work: compliance with procurement rules, adherence to timelines, and budget-conscious project delivery. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme.
Well, I want a proper window for me house, yeah? I want no shake thing in my place.
Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces.
We get a wall on the side and we get a hole. You can put a window there, invent something, a window for put there.
At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style.
Well, me meet ya. Me don't know who I'm talking to, but I have my cousin Tufina tell me for call all you go get proper thing for put there. Me don't know.
Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business.
Driven? No, I ain't driving. I get a bus ticket. One of me pick me them go drop me down there. Must bring me down there. Russo Trace Printer down by the place down there.
Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products, it's about relationships. It's about you.
It's all about me? Who's your family? You know Edna and Dorka and them, you know them, but you resemble them Edward boy and them Edward people them you.
Tobago Glass Supplies, Russo Trace Spring Garden, telephone number 639-6266. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Tobago. This Labor Day, June 19th, API Music and Timeless Vibes Promotions kicks off Tobago Jazz Music and Golf Weekend 2025 with Plymouth Love, featuring Jazz at Dawn, 6:30 a.m. till noon, with Franz Job, Prince Unique, and much more. Then kicking it old school, 6 p.m. to midnight, featuring Oscar B, Andrea J. Donowa, Joe Archer, and a very special guest, K. Alan Maloney. All at Plymouth Tennis Court Car Park. This entire celebration is in support of K's medical expenses. Just $200 per event, or experience both events for only $300. Tickets are available at Barcode, Nalandez Bar, and Island E-Tickets. Events supported by Frankie Tours, Bermuda's Biscuits, Tobago Updates, Street 91.9, Radio Toco, Stone Tower Studio, Eye for Design, and Click. Plymouth Love. One community, sunrise to sunset.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, Choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games, and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Welcome back. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles-Robinson, speaking at a media briefing earlier today, called on Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar to reconsider her decision to expel students who get involved in school violence. Beckles advocated for the implementation of a rehabilitation program as a more constructive alternative, emphasizing the importance of giving the students a second chance rather than removing them from the education system entirely.
It is clear that violent students must either be rehabilitated or removed from the school system. In terms of rehabilitation, we know that between the period 2022 and 2025, positive trends in school violence reduction were observed through measures put in place in terms of the Ministry of Education.
Beckles expressed concern over what she described as a harsh and counterproductive approach to discipline. While she acknowledged the seriousness of the students' behavior, she said there is a need for the government to balance accountability with compassion and long-term reform. Police in Tobago seized a firearm and more than a kilogram of cannabis during a coordinated anti-crime operation in the village of Buccoo recently. Reporter Kimberly Mitchell has more details.
On intelligence, officers from the Tobago Division, supported by the Interagency Task Force, Guard and Emergency Branch and K9 Unit, searched a residence along Miller Street. According to police, a camouflage bag concealed between two water tanks on the property contained a Glock pistol fitted with an 11-round magazine. Officers also uncovered two tightly sealed packages containing just over a kilogram of marijuana hidden behind the tanks. The raid was a part of a broader effort to disrupt illegal firearm and narcotics activity on the island. Investigations are ongoing. This latest find follows a string of recent drug and firearm seizures in Tobago as law enforcement steps up pressure on criminal networks operating across the island. Kimberly Mitchell, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Montgomery Hard Court has officially been recommissioned by the Tobago House of Assembly, signaling a renewed commitment to community-level sports development across the island. The ceremony brought together THA officials, community stakeholders, and residents in a spirited gathering that celebrated not just the facility's facelift, but also its potential to revive sporting in the region. Kimberly Mitchell with the details.
Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, delivering the feature address, framed the reopening as a dual celebration and cautionary tale. While praising the refurbishment, he acknowledged the island's ongoing challenges with maintaining public infrastructure.
And having this facility today being recommissioned should behoove us all, heads of department, administrator, secretaries and assistant secretaries, to ensure that we put in place appropriate maintenance schedules to ensure that we maintain what we have.
Assistant Secretary in the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport underscored the administration's intent to expand the facility's amenities.
As we move forward, we continue to try to uplift, maintain, and even create new facilities along the way. We are working hard to give Tobago that lift.
The recommissioning was met with praise from community leaders. Irina Noel Moore, president of the Bethel Village Council, called the event a milestone in Bethel's grassroots revival.
This facility has long been a cornerstone of community engagement, athletic development, and youth empowerment. Today marks not just the reopening of a court, but the revival of a space where dreams are nurtured, talents are honored, and bonds are strengthened.
Area representative for Bethel New Grange, Assemblyman Terence Baines, urged the residents to take ownership of the facility and use it as a hub for mentorship and talent development.
Very, very grateful. He knows the importance of sport, especially here in Tobago. We have our challenges, and sport is one of the tools that we use to try and give some hope and some direction to our young people in this space.
The Montgomery Hardcourt recommissioning is the latest in a broader strategy by the THA to rejuvenate community assets throughout the island. Kimberly Mitchell, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Tobago, this is your chance to lock in the brunch experience of the summer. Sun up. Real bad girl get nasty. The brunch inclusive edition, the ultimate party in the East, where vibrant flavors, refreshing cocktails, and electrifying vibes collide. It's happening on Saturday, July 5th from 3 p.m. at Deltec Compound, Argyle. Bring your coolers, bring your crew, and brunch, sip, and vibe in style. This is the flavorful escape you've been waiting for. Grab your tickets now at Barcode, Pablo Supermarket, Lost Restaurant and Lounge, Deltec Compound, and committee members. Sun up! It's more than a brunch, it's an experience.
Thanks for staying with us. A thick blanket of Saharan dust continues to sweep across Trinidad and Tobago and much of the southern Caribbean, causing air quality levels to plummet and prompting health warnings for vulnerable groups. Reporter Jewel Green George tells us more.
As of Sunday afternoon, official air quality monitors operated at the Environmental Management Authority in areas of Beetham, Port of Spain, San Fernando and Point Lisas have reported unhealthy air quality levels for sensitive groups due to high concentrations of particulate matter known as PM2.5 and PM10. These fine dust particles carried across the Atlantic from the Sahara Desert can trigger respiratory issues and aggravate existing heart and lung conditions. Unofficial air quality sensors in Londonville and Woodbrook are also detecting moderate to unhealthy conditions, reinforcing regional concern. Visibility at both Piarco and Crown Point airports dropped to just 5 kilometers, underscoring how dense this current dust plume is. According to the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service, the atmosphere remains thick with Saharan dust, and hazy skies are expected to persist into Monday. While this current surge is expected to ease by Tuesday, forecasters say mild to moderate dust concentrations may linger across the country until at least June 18th. And it's not just Trinidad and Tobago. Similar warnings have gone out across the Caribbean to Barbados, Grenada, and Guyana. The annual Saharan dust season typically peaks between June and August. These dust plumes are a regular part of the region's climate and can pose serious health and visibility risks. Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office has issued an adverse weather alert yellow level for Trinidad and Tobago effective Tuesday 10th June at 2 a.m. and it is expected to end at around 4 p.m. So there is a 70% chance of isolated heavy showers and thunderstorm activity associated with atmospheric instability expected from early morning. The most impactful weather is expected mainly over southern and eastern offshore areas tomorrow morning, slowly extending across Trinidad and Tobago. Gusty winds with varying intensities are expected in the vicinity of heavy downpours. The public is being advised to secure loose outdoor objects. Motorists and residents in flood-prone areas should exercise caution, take the necessary precautions to mitigate potential impacts, and monitor official weather updates. On that note, our weather report is up next. Stay with us.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Springs. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Saving up to go. Anything we not backing down, like a bomb we ready to explode. Ain't gonna wait until my back against the wall. Ain't gonna.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
Here's the weather report for tonight into tomorrow. Tonight, partly cloudy intervals with showers in some areas and the chance of the odd thunderstorm mainly after midnight. For tomorrow, occasionally cloudy and breezy with periods of showers in some areas. There is a low to medium chance that a few of these showers will become heavy or thundery, mostly settled by late afternoon despite a few lingering showers. Tomorrow's temperature will drop to about 25 degrees Celsius. Daytime temperatures will reach to a high of 29 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 32 degrees Celsius. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate with waves near 2 meters in open waters and 1 to 1.5 meters in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:39 and the sunset at 6:25. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. THA's 2025 to 2026 budget presentation set for Monday, 23rd June. Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela recommit to better dialogue. New UDECOTT board appointed, and the opposition leader calls on the Prime Minister to reconsider student expulsion. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.